rock and roll trucker.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Trucker, the channel that likes to rock and roll, the channel that likes to play. We love to eat, we love to truck, we love to see the world around us and just have a big old time. Come on in and have a seat, let's have a good chat. We'll tell you where we're going, we'll tell you where we've been. Yes, that is me playing the music.
Howdy ho, neighbor Joe, or Bill, or Bob, or Mary, or Elizabeth, whatever your name is. If there's anybody named those names anymore, I'm sure there are. We're in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We have unloaded our load, and we have moved down the dock to another door, and we are currently loading a load. I'm trying to see my face. I got dirt on my face. Looks like I got dirt on my face. I just had to crawl all up underneath the truck. I've been hearing something rattling all morning. I just thought it was ordinary old, high mileage truck rattle. And when I got here finally, I looked up underneath and a strap, one of those metal straps had come off of something down in the DPF system down there, I think it is, something in the exhaust system. Looks like there's 3 or 4 other straps, so it should be good, but I had to crawl up underneath there and get the part that was hanging off and get the other side of it. I couldn't get the other end of it off. I got half of it off and had to kind of wire tie the other one to something to keep it in place for now. And man, I got an APU on one side, got the little steps to get up on the catwalk on the other side, got all the aero skirts and everything on it. So it was a tough slide and a crawl in the nasty, wet, rainy, oily, greasy ground to get up underneath there. And then it's just gunky as all get out on the undercarriage of the truck, of course. And so I got all kinds of dirty and nasty down there, having to make an on-the-fly guerrilla temporary repair. And so I'm gross and dirty. I think I got some on my face. I put a raincoat on to keep it off my upper body and some old blue jeans, so I didn't get as bad as I could have gotten, but I think I got some. I ruined my good PBR hat, and looks like I ruined my face there. I don't know. Yeah, so if I look dirty, it's because I've been underneath the truck in a nasty, wet, pouring down rain parking lot. But yeah, we got loaded here. We got another one coming right back out of here. It could deliver today, but I'm going to come up short on hours to get it there. It's only going like less than 4 hours away, like 190 miles. And I'm going to be like 20-30 minutes short on my time of being able to get there. So we're going to go, if they ever get us out of here. They went to lunch. We're going to get this loaded up. It's only 4,500 pounds, so that's good. But we're going to go maybe halfway, maybe get to Harrisburg and try and get us a spot. We got 3 good TAs between here and there. We're going to Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. It's like west of Philadelphia, somewhere over there by King of Prussia. And I guess we're going to deliver that at 7 a.m. in the morning now, since we can't get it in there today. But that's where we're at. I just realized through all that I really hadn't videoed much today. I got a little bit of a real early morning dark hyperlapse this morning, and then we just got to driving. I got to worry about being late and having to go back and forth with dispatch and all that stuff today. And I forgot to really get on here. I'm slacking on my job, people. Luckily, this one don't pay anything yet, so I'm not losing out any money on it yet, but we're trying to get there. Not very successfully so far, but we're trying. And, well, I'm going to finish drying off. Had to take the dog out in the rain. He's being stubborn. There's one dry spot on the whole entire property. There was a nice tree over here beside the loading docks, and it was still relatively dry underneath it, and he kept wanting to go. He wouldn't pee. He wasn't good enough under the tree. He wanted to go out to the wet part. And he's a little tiny dog, so he's short and low to the ground, so he gets rained on top and drags his bottom and his legs through all the wet grass and gets totally 100% wet instead of just partially wet. So that was, bring him back in and dry him off. Now I'm wet. I need to change my shirt. Need to make some lunch. It's one of those days, y'all. It's been raining the whole entire day pretty much since I left Knoxville. Had severe storms and stuff there yesterday evening. Then I caught back up with the front, and it's just been pouring down rain all day long. So it's cool, it's wet, it's gray, it's gross, it's slick, and but ready to get done with this day. So I hope they load this up pretty quick once they get done with this guy next to me. Like I said, luckily it's very light, so that's good. I'm gonna get out here and do all these chores, and I'll catch back up with you whenever we get to what we're doing next. Y'all have a good whatever time it is wherever you're at. Howdy ho! So we're in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We got done with that unload today. I think I told you in the last clip. And they reloaded us right back at the same place. Headed for up in Pennsylvania tomorrow. We went in and we stopped at Harrisburg for two reasons. One, it's where we were going to stop anyways because we didn't have enough time to get all the way where we were going. Two, 81 North was shut down between exit 80 and 85. The truck stops were already full at 3 or 4 o'clock because of the shutdown. I guess there was like a big multi-vehicle accident. Must have been pretty bad because they literally shut it down. So we stopped at Harrisburg. We've gotten a shower. We've gotten dinner. We've done laundry. We've been productive. We've gotten things done. I actually feel kind of good right now for a change. A little tired. We feel good. I'm going to roll today and tomorrow into one video because, like I said, I just didn't really get much today because I was focused on the job and just kind of didn't think to. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to talk to you here, tell you what I just told you, and I'm going to shut it down for the night. And we're going to reconvene tomorrow and just roll it into one. What are we doing? We're about to turn the TV on and eat a snack for a little bit. Just took Dash out. We're just chilling for a little bit. I'm going to go to bed in a little while. I need some sleep. We got to be where we're going. The place opens up at 7 a.m. We don't have to be there, but that's when we want to be there so we can get a jump start on getting our next load. Getting this pay period rolling good because I want to be home Friday. I need to make what I can between now and Friday and get something that I can deal with on Monday to polish the pay period out. So yeah, we need to do something. We need to make the most out of our day tomorrow. Hopefully we will. They better not be trying to send me to Philadelphia. I don't know if y'all heard about that tanker fire that made a overpass on I-95 collapse in Pennsylvania yesterday. I don't want nowhere near that. No sir, no thank you, no ma'am, no anybody, no anything. I'm gonna pass. Yeah. Me and Dash just chilling. Miss Erin, she's on her, she got shoved off onto her cruise today, so she's out there on her first afternoon/night on the cruise boat on the big ship. She's already having a good time, it sounds like. I'm chatting with her a little bit. She got the internet package so she can talk to me while she's on the boat. I doubt it'll work when she gets off the boat to go hit the land, but keeping up with her. She's having a big time. She'll be back out here with me in a few weeks. She's had a whole lot to take care of, and I've had to keep this operation going. She'll be back out here with us pretty soon, here in just a few more weeks. And it'll hopefully get a lot more interesting and entertaining when she's back out here. I'll have somebody to help me video, give me ideas, and just be a better looking face on the camera. Yeah, she pretties up and classes up the joint, so that'd be nice to have her back pretty soon. But I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, then I'm gonna sleep. Y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, and well, I'll snap my fingers and you'll see me instantly. You'll either see me or some hyperlap, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna snap my fingers and you'll either see me again or some hyperlapse instantaneously, even though hours have passed. So, voila. How do y'all drivers that do that right there, how do y'all justify that? And they were actually parked too wide last night when I went to bed. Apparently somebody had to already get up, because the truck next to me's gone, already had to get up and make them leave and get the crap out of the way, because it was physically impossible to get out last night when we went to bed. But those two trucks are stretched across about at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 8 to 10 trucks that are pointed out towards them that are going to have to come out. I know things happen and people have to get parking spaces, but unless it's like a blizzard shutdown in the middle of Wyoming or something like that, and nobody's going anywhere for like a day or two, how are y'all justifying that? Tell me about it, drivers. Here, we made it. I didn't have the camera on for some of that. Man, was that stressful. This GPS took me down a route. It was a truck legal route, but it was down through these small neighborhood areas where it was all street parking on one side, like Philadelphia size, like barely enough room for vehicles to go through streets. Woo. Just mere centimeters of clearance on each side from the telephone poles and the cars going everywhere. We made it. We're professional. That's what we do. But I don't want to speak too soon, because I might have to go back through it, and I don't want to mess it up. But I'm going to go check in. See y'all in a bit. Greetings from Hubbard, Ohio. I can't even remember what the last thing I told you was. I delivered today. I've lost track of where I've been, what I've done. I'm 2.5 weeks in. We're into the 3rd week of this run, and I don't know where I'm at or what I'm doing anymore. I know I'm in Hubbard, Ohio at Truck World. Very cool place. I've been driving 18 years, in and out of over the road all this time. Done local. Started out over the road. Did a lot of that. Did a whole lot of that. I've had a CDL for 18 years, and I've passed by this place 100 times, 200 times. Never stopped here. Finally stopped here today. Truck World is pretty cool. Yeah, Hubbard, Ohio, off of I-80, right outside of Youngstown. Check it out. I'm on my way to Omaha, Nebraska. Where did I pick up? If you hear that noise, that's Dash. Dash is over here digging on the bed. Dash is over here digging. Look. I caught a dog. He's over here digging. Yeah. But I delivered in Plymouth. I delivered in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania this morning. Then I picked up, well, let's see. I can tell you. Off screen. I'm still here. Look, I'm back. yeah, then I got emptied and I sat for a little while, and then we ended up with a load in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's right. Going to Omaha, Nebraska. That's where we're headed. We just plain straight up ran out of time here as we crossed the Pennsylvania-Ohio line today. I didn't stop because I was ready to stop. I stopped because I had to. I lost a bunch of time in a construction zone. I'd like to be further up the road, but literally the hours of service just said, nope, you're done. So I had to quit. We're going to get up in the morning, and this delivers Thursday. I'm going to try and knock out, I'll do 6 easy, hopefully 650, if not 700 tomorrow, and then have just a couple more hours to get there Thursday morning for an open appointment. And then we're going to find the load that gets us through the house Friday. We're going to go home. We're going to end this 3-week run and go home for the weekend. I'm ready. Erin's on her cruise right now. She'll be home Friday night sometime, and I'm ready to get home and chill with the lady and enjoy my home for the 3 hours I get to be there, it feels like, every time. Yeah, that's where we're at. We're just barely across the Ohio border here. That's where we're going. I skipped a day on publishing a video yesterday because I just didn't really have anything, and I didn't come up with a whole lot more today, but I'm going to piece this together and put it up. We've just been going at it. There hasn't been a lot of time for getting extra funner things, and I've been waking up early in the morning just groggy and just getting pre-trip done, getting a coffee and taking off, and not even thinking to record and stuff. It's once I get, I'm about 2 weeks into a run, I start losing myself from where I'm at. It all starts running together. I think most truck drivers can vouch for that run over the road, and it's just yeah, I've been lackadaisical on the recording. It ain't been that interesting either, I'll be honest with you. It's just literally been drive, sleep here the last few days. And we're here. I'll try and spice it up a little bit more tomorrow and get some better footage. I didn't get a lot of driving footage this week or anything, and hopefully we don't get caught in terrible traffic on 80 and all the area where we got to get up near Chicago tomorrow. I don't need that because I just want to get all this done and go home. I really do. This load I'm on, it got me out of the Northeast there. Apparently the rates are already stupid up there anyway, but if you stay on the East Coast and run stuff up and down through there, there's some okay rates, but if you try and get out, it's terrible, and it apparently got even worse in the last couple of days. And I've got some profit on this load, but it ain't nowhere near where in a fair, sensible world that it would be. So I'm just ready to get this done and go home. It's like I'm making some money off this load, but not worth the trouble of what it should be. But that's as long as it's not a loss, right? Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Last week or two has been pretty decent. I will say that. My new lady that's helping on my dispatch stuff, she's been pretty good. So the last 2 weeks have been better for sure, but this was not doing anybody any favors on this load here. It just was had one of those loads where anything that was on the board was going fast, and this was like one of the better things of the bad stuff, and the whole board was bad. But again, it's profitable. There's some money on it, but yeah. Y'all want some music? I went old school today. I went all the way back late 70s. I went to one of my first favorite bands ever when I was a little kid. They were well into their career by the time I discovered them when I was 3 or 4 years old, but they'd had a couple of 3 albums out at that point. But the Cars, I went back and pulled up the very first Cars record today. Man, that album is packed full of hits and just tasty 80s rock / new wave sound. It's a true gem. It's a true classic. You really can't go wrong with it. You've heard at least 3 of the songs off of that record on classic rock radio forever, and if you're old enough, you heard it on the radio originally back then. But go check out, that's my musical recommendation for today. Take yourself back. Any band that you've ever enjoyed, if you've never dug all the way into their catalog, go back, pull them up, and pull their first record up and test them out right from where they started. That's it's fun listening to those old albums, and the Cars there were no different. Definitely go back and listen to that first Cars record. That's my musical recommendation for the day. Other than that, if you can tell by the way I'm talking and stuff, I'm just kind of exhausted and worn out and tired, and I don't have a whole lot more to say. I'm yawning now. I just did it on camera, and now all of you are going to yawn. I'm going to hop off here. Me and Dash are going to chill, and then we're going to go to bed. Then we're going to get up, because we're almost completely dead out of fuel. We're going to fuel up here, and then we're going to take off, see how close to Omaha we can get. And we will reconvene with you folks in the morning. Whole new day. Y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. Comment, like, share, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. Get in the comments, tell me I'm an asshole. I don't care. It all helps the algorithm. Tell me I'm ugly and I smell funny. Just whatever you do, just do it in the comments. But anyways, we're out of here. Talk to you tomorrow.